Isabel Hilton is the founder of China Dialogue and joins us now live from London. So lots of theories coming about what's happened coming out of China now. Is there any weight being given to any of them?
I'm afraid it's very difficult to tell. You know, China's politics are a black box. This is a fairly extraordinary event because, you know, Qin Gang was promoted very rapidly. He was one of the youngest ever to serve in that position. He'd had a meteoric career and had come into this post in the very party congress in which Xi Jinping was regarded as having consolidated his hold on power by filling posts with people who were ultra loyal to him. So just a few months later to have this happen is pretty extraordinary. So it begins with the Chinese authorities cancelling meetings, saying that Qin Gang has a health problem. In fact, they originally told EU officials that he had COVID, which would have been embarrassing for Xi Jinping, and maybe he has a very bad case of COVID. Then the rumor mill starts associating him with a very glamorous television presenter who was living in the States where he was ambassador, a lady who had a child whose father has never been named and who herself has disappeared after posing beside a private jet, which was apparently going to fly her to Beijing. So they both disappeared. So, of course, the rumor mill is very active on that front. It's not necessarily the case that you get fired for having an affair. But the lady was living a very lavish lifestyle, it would appear, from her social media posts. So there may be a third question around corruption and who was paying for that private jet and for her lavish lifestyle. But we don't know.
And what is interesting about this story, too, is inside China, there's been a surge in internet searches on these rumours. And that's quite unusual, isn't it, given the censorship which is often attached to these kind of stories?
Well, yes, it's being scrubbed now. There was certainly a surge in internet searches, and there were a lot of social media posts. In fact, it was through social media that this business of the affair emerged. It's never come into formal media in China. It's never been reported. As far as the digital tracks of Qin Gang are concerned, he's been removed from his own ministry's website. All his appointments going back 4 or 5 years have disappeared. So there's certainly a big effort now to censor anything to do with him or indeed Fu Xiaoqian, the television presenter concerned.
And are we likely to see a change in foreign policy?
I think not really. He was a pretty hardliner. He was a wolf warrior sort of figure. But then so is his boss and predecessor. His boss is now, Wang Yi, has now taken up the job that he recently handed over to Qin Gang. Wang Yi is a pretty hardline figure himself, so I don't think, unless there is a change from Xi Jinping, who is, after all, finally in charge of the tone and conduct of Chinese foreign policy, I don't think we'll see a big shift, to be honest.
OK, Isabel Hilton joining us live from London. Thank you.